Hi guys, peace to the earth and the world, peace to everybody, and peace to earth. One love. Listen, I want to talk to you about your kids and about yourself. Or you feel that something is happening to you, or anything, or someone do anything to you, no matter who it is. It could be your mother, your friends, your brother, your uncle, whoever it is, do something to you, and don't hold it back. What I'm trying to say is, or you be molested, or you get raped, or they hurting you, no matter you a guy or a girl, you have to tell someone. You can't hold it in you and keep it as a secret and don't let nobody know because you're embarrassed or you just don't want no problems. You tell. You just drop a dime. A dime, when you drop a dime, it means it's like snitching, but you're not snitching. You dropping a dime to protect yourself. Or anything happens to you, you're not a snitch. You hear me? Just because you drop a dime, it doesn't mean you're a snitch. Because you need to protect yourself, especially if you're a young kid. And I would like you to talk to your kids, like your daughter, even your son. Your son could get raped. There's a lot of men out there that like to have sex with kids, and they like to have sex with men's. And sometimes when they can't get other men's, they try to talk to the kids before they could do things to them, like molest them, rape them, and that's how your child wind up turning to be, a gay guy, a homosexual. That's how they wind up being like that, cause that's just the way it is. When your child, especially when he's a boy, he gets raped by another man, or he gets molested by another man, sometimes your child will like that and want to continue doing that because he likes the feeling, he likes the way they did it. And it's not saying that it's his fault, it's that somebody raped them or somebody, forced them to do it. And also with your daughter. Sometimes your daughter could get raped. She'll get molested from a guy or a girl. A guy or a woman. Because some women like women's. They like women's. And they see your child and she's young and she's developing. She's having she's developing a body. And they'll try to interfere. And they'll try to do things to her. They'll play with her and everything until she gives in, and next thing you know, they're raping your daughter and they're molesting your daughter, and your daughter grows up thinking that it's okay, to be with another woman because she already been molested. Kids don't grow up being a homosexual, a gay person. They grow up by learning that, by learning from someone how to become a homosexual. A young girl and a young kid, when they grow up, all they see is mommy and daddy. They grow up to go out with their spouse, who they need to be with. Like if they're a girl, they grow up to be with a man. And if they're a guy or they're a boy, they grow up to be with a woman. But something happens while they grow up and they get molested, people they do things to them that you don't know, that they keep as a secret. They won't tell you, they hold it in them. And that's how they become a homosexual, a type. being gay. That's how they went up being gay. Nobody grows up being gay, being a homosexual. They learn that. That's why a lot of people is, they on the gay side, but nobody don't tell you that that's the way they learn. They be forced to do it, and nobody cares. A lot of people, a lot of homosexual, and a lot of gay people are getting a lot of rights and everything. And they grew up like that. But my other point is that, anything happens to you or to your child, you have to teach your child to talk to you or to talk to someone, talk to a police officer. Let a police officer know. You got to teach them not to be scared no matter what happens to them. No matter what happens to them. If somebody is hitting them or hitting you or beating you up, you cannot be scared. You have to go and tell someone. You have to drop a dime on them or on her, so she could get charges and go to jail for the things that she did to you. You cannot have no fear. See, because that's what a lot of people will like you to have, is fear from them. For they could abuse you. For they could take your money. For they could force you to do things that you don't want to, like into a prostitute and all that. I'm just letting you know. I'm just looking out for you. I'm not trying to tell you nothing bad. You have to, or when anybody's doing anything, or they stealing from you, or they taking money from you, and they threatening you, don't be scared of threat. Just drop a dime on them. Or to make it simple, you snitch on them. You protecting yourself. You're not snitching on nobody. You are protecting yourself. Or somebody's doing something bad to you. There's nothing wrong by telling on them, because you are protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong telling someone for someone to help you. Because what happens is, if you stay quiet and you let that person abuse you, he's going to keep abusing you. Or he's hitting you, he's going to keep hitting you. Or he's pimping you out, like turning you into a prostitution, sleeping with men's and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's abusing you. He's abusing you. He's abusing your body. You cannot stay like that. You have to tell someone. You have to tell a police officer, tell a friend, a close friend that you could trust. Tell your mother or your father. You can't trust your mother and father. You find someone. You go to the precinct. You go straight to the precinct. And you make a report and you tell them what they did to you. Especially if they're your kids. And men's and some women, they're always going to tell you, I'll kill you. I get my people after you. They're always going to say that. They're always going to say that. Or you do something to me, you're going to have problems. Or you do this, you're going to do this and that. Or I'm going to kill your kid. Or I'm going to kill your mother. You do this. Or I'm going to do this and that. They'll threaten you with something. You don't be scared of that. You drop a dime. You tell someone. You tell the police officer, someone that you could get connected to. And you drop a dime on them. You tell on them. It doesn't mean you're not a snitch or you protecting yourself. You know what's a snitch? A snitch is when they see something and they tell on them. That's what they call snitch. Like, I kill someone and you see me and you tell on me, that means you a snitch. I'm selling drugs and you see me selling drugs and you tell on me, that's a snitch. It's when you tell on someone else. But if that someone else is hurting you and making you do things that, you don't want to do, and forcing you to do things and abusing you, then there's nothing wrong protecting yourself and drop a dime on him, snitch on him. Don't be scared. Listen, a lot of people threaten people. They don't do nothing. Once you lock them up, nothing happens. They lock him up, and that's it. He goes to jail. He can't do nothing to you. And when he come, you get an order police protection. So when he come out, he have to stay away from you 100 feet. I'm just looking out for you, and I'm trying to look out for your daughter, especially your daughter and your son. Them young kids. A lot of women's out there like young kids, especially young girls. They like to do a lot of things. I don't want to tell you what they do, but it's the truth. Sometimes they like to molest them. They like to touch them where they're not supposed to be touched and play with them. And some women do that to other girls. Like, I'm talking about, like, sometimes they could be 5 years old, they could be 8 years old, 9 years old, and they do that. And they do it to boys too. Men do that to young boys too. And your kid be scared and they don't want to tell you nothing. And they get used to liking that. And that's how they they wind up turning into being a homosexual or a dyke. Like a faggot, and everything. And then you wondering why my child likes men's or why my daughter likes only women's. It's because something happened to them when they were young. Somebody molested them. Somebody did something to them, and they hold it inside of them, and they don't want to tell you what happened. They don't want you to know nothing about it because they're scared. They're scared that you might be mad at them, that you might hate them because they did that to them. So they get scared to tell you. That's what I could tell to your parents out there. That's why I tell you that you have to protect your child and let them know to tell you everything. Or they can't tell you, at least tell the cops. Tell someone what somebody did to them so they could protect themselves. There's nothing wrong dropping a dime. There's nothing wrong. A dime means is that you telling on someone because you're protecting yourself. Because that person is hurting you, and that's why you're dropping a dime. It don't mean nothing else. It don't mean you're a snitch. Nothing. It means that you're protecting yourself. That's why you're gonna drop a dime on that person and make them do some time, but you could chill and relax and have a glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared to tell on someone, or someone is hurting you and your child. And you have to be careful, because even your own husband could do that. Or the guys that you're dating, you're like stepfathers and stuff like that. You have to be careful with them too. Just because he's giving you dick and he's fucking you good and he's treating you nice, it doesn't mean that he does nice things. Behind your back, he could do things to your kids to let you know. And that goes for the same thing with the men. If they get a woman and they got kids, they have to be careful too. They gotta be aware and talk to their kids and make sure that that spouse that you with is not doing no harm to your kids. Cause your kids don't know nothing, especially if they're young kids, or they like 2 years, or they toddlers, or 5 years old, 10, you know what I'm saying, 10 years old, 8 years old. They don't know. So I'm looking out for you. I'm just letting you know. You dial 911 or you go to the precinct, you get help. You get help. And you protect yourself. And you protect your children. And you teach your children how to protect themselves. And to let you know. And don't let nobody abuse your kids, bro. And abuse you. You protect yourself. Because by you protecting yourself, you can protect your children. And even your husband. Or your husband can protect you and the children. But sometimes you have to be careful. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to be careful. Try to be focused in your mind. And your temple right here, this temple, you be focused and do things the proper way. And don't stay quiet. Don't hold it in and nothing, or somebody do something to you. You call a cop. That's why the cops are there. That's why the cops are getting paid, is to help you for situations like that. That's what they really there for. And they there in case somebody get killed, to find a person. They there. I know a lot of people talk things about cops and all this thing, but they really there to protect you, and they're getting paid to protect you, to protect you. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're getting paid for it. And to stop violence in the street, to stop people to sell drugs and all that. But they really to protect you, especially when there's a court, when it's about rape, molesting, and all that. They there to do their job, to arrest that person and make sure that person don't come out of jail for he not to do that to no one else ever again. You know, I'm just letting you know. And remember, your child, when things happen to them, sometimes they hold it in. They won't tell nobody. Then when they start growing up, you're gonna wonder why they're going out with, why my daughter is going out with girls, why my son is going out with guys. It's because something happened to them when they were kids. Somebody molested them. Somebody played with them. Somebody did something to them that they like the feeling now. You know, being a faggot, being a homosexual and stuff like that, that's something that you don't grow up with. All young kids, young boys and young girls know that they're supposed to go out or they're a girl, they're supposed to be with a man. If they're a boy, they're supposed to be with a woman. Or they're a girl, they're supposed to be with a man. All kids know that, and all grown-ups know that. So, or your kid turn into a dyke, or into a faggot, or homosexual, whatever, it's because something happened to them when they were young and they never told you. So now that child got, wants that. She want to be with a woman, and the kid want to be with a man. I just letting you know. I'm trying to look out for you. I see you later. I'm gonna let you go with that one. Make sure you get something to eat and something to drink. If you don't have nothing, ask somebody. Somebody might give you some money, some food, something to drink. Might give you a job. It might not be forever, but at least for a couple of hours is good. After you get a real job, you can buy yourself something with the money that you get. Whatever it is, bro. Make sure you try to ask around if you could. The most they can tell you is no. I see you later. Crack it down. One love for you, Doc. Love y'all for life. Peace to the earth and the world. Peace to everybody, and peace to earth. One. I hope you take this advice. I'll see you later. One love. Peace out. Real talk.